Previously on Chain Link Theater.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
Thank you for choosing Chain Link Theater. Please turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Barbie into The Nice Guys, thanks to our next link in the chain, the star of my favorite drunk history ever, Ryan Gosling.
Your favorite Christmas thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I've told you that I need you to figure out a way to take it. And so I always have that.
Drunk History did a reading of Night Before Christmas where I think that guy's name is Alan.
I think it is Alan.
Has taken multiple shots already before the cameras are rolling, and he tries to recite A Night Before Christmas.
Yeah.
From memory.
While Jim Carrey and Ryan Gosling acted out.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's amazing. Go look up Drunk History Christmas on YouTube.
It's my favorite thing ever.
That's partially where I fell in love with Ryan. Ryan is probably my favorite actor.
Currently, yeah.
Yeah. To actually watch. I love Nick Cage, but I know that...
You know what he is.
Yeah, exactly. If you were going to hand me a drama or a comedy and I was on the fence, say Ryan Gosling's in it.
Say anything in Ryan Gosling and you're pretty much down now.
I'll watch it. I'll watch an interview. I'll watch him watch paint dry. He's probably going to say something funny.
He'd be adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when we used to watch the Ryan Gosling won't eat his cereal.
Oh, that stuff was great too.
Yeah,
and then he did at the end after that guy that made that passed away.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
So cool. Ryan Gosling's 45 years old. He was born in November 12th, 1980 in Ontario, Canada. You dropped something. Oops. He is named Ryan Thomas Gosling, so he's actually using his real name. So that's interesting.
That is interesting. That's kind of rare, honestly.
True. Famous for being with Eva Mendes, obviously.
Yeah.
They met in 2011 on the set of A Place Beyond the Pines, which we now own because I went out a couple weeks ago to make sure I owned everything. I still have some gaps. We should go shopping.
No, it's too hot.
I don't know if they're married. Wikipedia doesn't know if they're married. The internet doesn't know because Ava has said repeatedly she likes to keep it mysterious.
None of our business.
But she has slipped up in an interview or two and called him her husband. Yeah. So good for them. They have two children, born in 2014 and 2016. That would be a 12 and 10-year-old by now.
My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. He was born in Canada, as I said, born to pores, a salesman for a paper mill, and a secretary. He's not a Nepo baby. Is the only reason I bring that up. But he fell in love with acting when he was a young baby boy. His number one inspiration, he says, is Dick Tracy.
The live Madonna one?
Movie, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you know something about that?
Not that one.
Oh, it's the
the
1945 one.
Well, is it though, or is this just the Dick Tracy that they connected it to?
Who knows? Yeah. Hard to say.
Because who plays Dick Tracy in that?
Oh, you'd have to. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm gonna say Richard Gere.
She's just gonna say whatever she wants.
I'm gonna say it's Richard Gere.
Y'all aren't gonna fact check us, so.
Maybe we'll get there one day. I know Madonna's in it. That's all I know.
We'll just connect Richard Gere even if he's not in it.
Even if he's not, we'll just tell you it is. There you go.
You say you know Madonna's in it?
Now I don't.
Now you don't. But give Autumn a little bit of pushback. All of her conviction fades away.
You know what? I'm not sure. And I think that maybe Roger Rabbit's in it. I don't think that part's true. Is Betty Boop in it?
I don't know anything about this movie.
I'm definitely putting Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the Dick Tracy movie together.
I feel like Dick Tracy means Warren Beatty to me. Is it not?
Is it Warren Beatty?
This might be.
Well,
this is too old.
Go to IMDb real quick and see.
We're going to IMDb. We're going to look stuff up. Keep them entertained.
Hello. How are you?
Tell them about...
we saw The Odyssey. I liked it.
I forgot what I'm looking at.
Dick Tracy.
You're stalling for no reason.
Stalling for
It is Warren Beatty.
Is it really?
The 1990 Dick Tracy movie is Warren Beatty. Someone was yelling.
Madonna.
Someone was yelling at their radio for that. Pacino's in that. Yeah, we can get in.
I don't
in
remember
and out
anything
of
else. Oh, I used to watch that.
I don't believe you. You don't know who's in it.
So. Who cares?
Who cares?
I haven't seen it probably since like 92 or something like that.
Oh my gosh, 2 years after it came out.
Yeah.
You are so old.
Fuck off.
Ryan Gosling also loved First Blood, inspiring him to take steak knives to school and throw them at other children.
And then he was diagnosed with ADHD.
Imagine that.
Makes sense. I mean, it was a different time. I don't know. He just got suspended.
That smirk he always has permanently on his face. I just picture that while chucking Ginzus at kids.
Right? It was a different time. And it was in Canada too, so.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it was in Canada.
So it could have been worse.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So pre.
He said he didn't have friends till he was 14 or 15, which would have been mid-90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was unable to read by age 10 and was moved to homeschooling, and his mom quit her job to make sure that he got smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said homeschooling gave him, quote, a sense of autonomy that I have since never really lost.
I feel like it would be really hard to go from like structured school to homeschooling and then have to go back to structured schooling where you have to like ask permission to go to the bathroom and all that jazz again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Be like, why am I talking to you? I'm just going to go.
True. He thought having a Canadian accent when he was a young boy did not sound tough and began to try to speak like Marlon Brando, which is, he says he still speaks like him today.
I mean,
because he taught himself to.
That's cool.
He doesn't sound Canadian, so that's true.
Doesn't sound like Marlon Brando either.
You know, he doesn't sound like Marlon Brando. Well, I only know Marlon Brando from Godfather.
He doesn't sound like that, and that's all I know. That's all I know from too.
He doesn't sound like that.
No, he doesn't.
Marlon Brando famously got that role by having a mouthful of marbles.
I told you that.
Years ago.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
So now it's your information. Yeah.
I'm telling listeners.
Yes. Yeah, because they didn't. Something about, I don't know if he was blacklisted or what, but the casting director did not want to work with him. This is the story I've heard. And so Marlon Brando really wanted the role. So he sent in another audition tape, but he stuffed his mouth with, I think, cotton or something like that. So he looked different. And then they absolutely felt and like used like an alias when he sent in the tape. And they loved it so much that they wanted that guy, and they were like, "Ha, it's me!" And they were like, "Fuck!" And they hired him anyway.
That's so weird.
It worked out.
The 70s were crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that's what this movie is.
It is very 70s.
Set in the 70s.
Oh, and he was also in the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Ryan Gosling was 12 when he auditioned for a revival of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in the 90s. That would be 1992. And subsequently moved to Orlando to film the show. That Mickey Mouse Club roster includes Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, Kerry Russell, and the other guy from NSYNC.
J.C. Chavez.
J.C. You don't even know his last name.
J.C.
Chazes.
Chazes.
Yeah. Which led him to smaller roles. Not smaller than that, but, you know, small TV roles in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I didn't know he was in that.
Me neither. And Goosebumps.
Didn't watch it.
I did know he was in that. I don't know what episode.
Is he in like a movie or is he in an episode?
A TV show.
Oh, okay. Because the only Goosebumps I watched was the Haunted Mask.
That's a great one.
And then that's it.
Not Say Cheese or Die?
No.
Or Slappy?
No.
Oh my God.
I just like the Haunted Mask one.
I can click what episode it was. Not easily.
Yeah. Well.
See one episode. Let me see it. Season 1, episode 5. It is Say Cheese and Die.
Is that so? Cheese and Die. Wow. I was never a Goosebumps person. I mean, if you listen to my podcasts, my other podcasts, Season Sisters with my sister, we are Fear Street girlies, not Goosebumps girlies.
Yeah, I know.
So I've never read a Goosebumps in my life.
That's crazy.
No, it's not.
Because it is crazy because you're younger than me and you're after the older kid book.
Like our elementary school in our hometown was full of Fear Streets.
Did I say you're older than me? You're not.
I'm not. I don't know what you said.
Anyway, what was full of Fear Streets?
Elementary school.
Oh.
So like
our Scholastic Fair was full of Goosebumps books, and now so is my shelf.
So us girls, at least like my friend group, we would like read all of the Fear Streets that were available to us in our elementary school classrooms every year.
Not only were they aimed at teenagers, I feel like they were aimed at girls.
Fear Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of babysitting.
I think that Goosebumps is aimed at boys.
Yeah.
So
Fear Street's a lot of babysitting and boyfriends, and Goosebumps is a lot of gross slime and
oh, it's a Muppet. I don't know.
nails going through shoes and stuff. That happens in Say Cheese and Die.
Oh, okay.
If you're curious about his Are You Afraid of the Dark episode, because I know you are, it's season 5, episode 3, The Tale of Station 109.1, about a radio station.
Oh, okay.
But then he went on to do all sorts of stuff. We own most of the physical movies. You guys don't care about that, but he's really broke out in Remember the Titans as Sunshine, I believe.
I've never seen Remember the Titans.
I get it confused with Varsity Blues because someone else famous is in that. It might be Ryan Hurst.
Is it? I thought Opie was in Remember the Titans.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm telling you. I get them confused.
Okay, I don't know. I think Matt Dillon's in Varsity Blues.
No, I don't think.
Pretty sure it's Matt Dillon.
James Vanderbeek is.
Oh, maybe that's who I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure he's Sunshine in Remember the Titans. It says Alan Bosley. I could be wrong. Oh, my God. I lost the page. What a nightmare.
This is going perfect.
There we go. Murder by Numbers, United States of Leland. The Notebook was famous.
The main breakout, I would say, to put him on the map was The Notebook.
Probably.
Do I like The Notebook? No,
My
but a
friends
lot of people
have
do.
all seen Remember the Titans. He won, was nominated for an Oscar for Half Nelson in 2006. And I don't think he was nominated again until Barbie. It says here somewhere. Oh, La La Land, of course.
La La Land is great.
So he gets nominated like every 10 years.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Where did the page go? Oh, my God.
You're a disaster.
I'm a disaster. What else was he in? Lars and the Real Girl, Drive, one of my favorite movies. That is a modern noir movie featuring so many people. Ryan Gosling, Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan, Ron Perlman, Bryan Cranston.
All I know from Drive is that Louise from Bob's Burgers dressed up like Ryan Gosling from Drive in a
'Cause
Halloween episode.
White puffy jacket with the scorpion on back is sick.
Yeah.
His car's dope, too. He's got a 73 Malibu that he still owns to this day.
Oh, fun.
They let him keep it. I'm sure he bought it from him. But that movie's awesome. It has a great song in it during an amazing part that everybody loves called Night Call by Kavinsky, who
You
just
made me listen to that.
passed away this week.
It's really sad.
Really sad. I was very broken up to hear about that. He was only 50. Don't know what happened yet. But to get back to Ryan, Place Beyond the Pines is where he met Eva Mendes. He has done The Big Short, which got Oscar attention. Did not get a nomination. La La Land, Blade Runner, obviously. Barbie, Fall Guy, Project Hail Mary. I've never seen a Ryan Gosling movie I do not like. I haven't seen all these. I've probably seen, 12
Yeah.
to 14 of them.
More
I've
than
never
me,
seen The
for
Notebook.
sure.
Yeah, because I've seen Drive.
I don't like The Notebook.
I've heard that you don't like The Notebook.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Everybody tells me you don't
But
like The
I
Notebook.
watched it like, I don't know, 7 years after it came out.
It has close to the same rating as Blade Runner 2049 and above Nice Guys.
The Notebook?
Yeah, on IMDb. People like that movie.
I don't know why.
I don't know. He also directed his first ever movie. My phone's not on
Your
silent?
phone is not.
I could have sworn.
You're an absolute disaster today.
PJ, I'm talking. He directed his first ever movie in 2014 called Lost River. I found that one at the video store the other day. Eva Mendes' final film role.
Oh, so she's retired?
She retired in 2014.
Nice.
She's quoted as saying she just got tired of fighting for roles and never being offered roles that did anything interesting with her as a Latina. They were just boring
That's true.
roles about nothing. So she was like, never mind, I'll just produce my own stuff.
When did Ghost Rider come out?
2007.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like that would be when I would be like, this is stupid. I'm done with
2007,
this.
yeah, she played a what would you say, a lover of a motorcycle stuntman, which I was just reading her IMDb, and she played that again.
Really?
Yeah, a lover of a motorcycle stuntman and something on here. My God. I was not prepared today. No, I'm searching the word stuntman. Where's it? Oh, it's Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, that's funny.
And then Ryan, I guess in the years of being with her, was like, I want to play Ghost Rider. Because Ghost Rider is his favorite comic book character, and now he will.
Now he will.
Supposedly. Marvel announced that Mahershala Ali would be Blade like 5 years ago.
Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened. But hopefully. I love Ryan, so Ghost Rider is probably going to be good if he's in it. That's the only way to get me to watch another one.
I don't want to.
It's MCU.
Oh, I have to. Whoops.
Whoops. So that's the skinny on Ryan. I love him, and I chose The Nice Guys to showcase why I love him. Because it's so good and so funny. It was released May 15th of 2016. It runs for an hour and 56 minutes. I wish it was longer. I wish it was still on. But it's the writing's so tight. I don't know what you would add.
It's a really good movie.
Every scene is either necessary or hilarious or both.
Yeah.
Budget of $50 million. Box office brought home $71 million. So profit, $21 million.
Which probably is a bust, though.
Yeah. It says profit, but who knows with Hollywood accounting.
Don't they like to double their money or something like that? I can't remember.
Which is insane when you're spending like $250 million. But $50 million, a modest budget by Hollywood standards. You can stream it if you pay for it.
Pay for it.
Wherever you want.
Yeah.
I would recommend that.
It's a really good movie.
Great movie. This is one of my favorites, I think.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and meditate one day and just figure out what my favorite movies are. But this is way up there. This is great. Directed by Shane Black, a man who tried to get this movie written with his friend Anthony Bagarozzi since 2001.
Wow.
Yeah, they lived together and wrote a script for a noir comedy kind of buddy cop almost type of thing and couldn't get it working. It was set in present day, which, well, in 2002 or 3,
right?
That present day. But they eventually decided to, when they moved out from each other's house, Shane worked on Holland March and wrote his entire backstory and character traits and his life story leading up to the opening shots of the film. And the other guy wrote Healy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they thought that would be a really interesting way to write a movie because as they met back up would be when their characters met back up. Mm-hmm. And so they were kind of like seeing, isn't that really cool?
That is interesting.
These characters were developed separately, and then when they clashed, they're completely different characters from each other, and they just made them work together and sat in a room again to make it work. They could not get it sold as a feature film. Shane Black famously condensed the script to under 60 pages to make a television pilot.
I wasn't going to say that you said that weird, but yeah, you did.
Make a TV pilot for CBS, and CBS was interested, but their standards and practices department said that movie is way too violent and edgy and insane. That
it is.
Cannot be on television.
Yeah.
Because it was like 2008.
HBO.
Yeah, they should have. So in 2009, Bagarozzi, suggested changing it to the 70s, and they still were told no. But then Shane Black landed the directing gig for Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Which was, I don't think we hated.
We didn't hate it, no.
I think we liked Tony in that because
he's not Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's just Tony.
He's Tony the whole time. And after the success of that film, the producer at CBS that had the lead, like the main producer, Joel Silver, called him and said, whatever you want to do next, I will greenlight.
Oh.
And he said, well, Nice Guys, which I ran by you like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He said, okay, how's $50 million sound?
Perfect.
And he called his friend, and they decided to go do it. So that is super cool. The composers, I think the score here is fucking awesome because it's a film score, but it's obviously 70s funk added into it. There's a lot of bass guitar. There's a lot of hi-hat, and there's a lot of organ. So it kind of sounds like Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is in this movie.
Which is in this.
Yeah.
Which, if you've ever ridden Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, that's the only song I ever get. Is September.
Yeah. So they originally wrote a Ottman, who is from X-Men 2, which is the X-Men movie that has the soundtrack I actually like, wrote a massive Balls Out theme for like a full orchestra. And then when he wanted to make it sound more 70s, he called his friend David
from
Buckley,
the 70s,
who worked on The Town and Jason Bourne, Did you say from the 70s?
Yeah.
He was probably born in the 70s.
Probably.
Shane Black, by the way, did Iron Man 3 and The Predator and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Me too. A lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, Buckley came back in and said, why don't we sit in a room together and watch a bunch of 70s cop shows? Let's watch
Starsky and
Chips
Hutch and
and
stuff.
SWAT and The Streets of San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah.
And they emulated the 70s jazz, like I said, bass flutes, bass guitar, hi-hats, trumpets from that, and integrated it into the score Ottman had already built. And it sounds awesome. It sounds 70s.
Yeah, it does.
That's the thing I run into a lot with movies is they're set in the 70s or 80s or 60s or whatever, but they look like a modern movie. This one still does. It's lit like a modern movie, but it doesn't sound like one.
No.
And the cars and the outfits really help.
Yeah, but then again, I also feel like because fashion's changed so much that they're still, none of their outfits threw me off at all.
Well, Gosling's mustache.
I thought he looked great.
He does look great. He's Ryan Gosling. His mustache is extremely 70s, and then his suit that he has to rip the arm off of because of the arm thing
Yeah.
late in the movie is extreme 70s. And then Healy's main leather jacket is light blue.
Yeah, it doesn't even bat an eye at what they were wearing, honestly.
Fair enough.
And his
The cars are
daughter had the
extremely 70s.
cutest overalls ever.
Yeah,
Adorable.
this is true. Their house is extremely 70s too.
That is. It reminded me a little bit of the, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood kind of cul-de-sac. You know, that ends up, the Sharon Tate house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda like
actually,
that.
yeah. Gosling's house in particular looks a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Might be the same area, honestly.
I don't know. I'm not from there.
I don't know where this is filmed.
I'm sure a person from California is like, obviously not.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think it's the same. It might be the same house. I don't even know. It's just like that really sprawled 70s, like ranch style house that LA has. I don't even know if it's called ranch, but the low and flat house.
Yeah.
It's just long.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but looks like a Frank Lloyd Wright Art Deco type of house.
Yeah.
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 So, the last note I have here is that I have two more notes. They tried to write the worst detectives they could imagine, who go through character arcs to figure out things about themselves.
Right.
I don't know if the guy that wrote Russell Crowe achieved that.
No.
But we'll get into that in the movie. And the last note I have is that Shane Black moved to Los Angeles in 1975 from Canada. So he found this film to be incredibly nostalgic to film.
All of the
'Cause it said-
murders and...
Because it's set in 1977 Los Angeles. So
Okay.
he had to only film around buildings that existed back then. And he had all the cars from his childhood.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Because if he lived there in the 70s, then he should know,
Yeah, he knows.
like, that building wasn't there.
Exactly.
Because how now you feel so old because you drive through a place and be like, that used to be a Sonic.
Yeah,
stuff
so
like that.
honestly, to get this film looking that accurate to the 70s, he's like the only guy that could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, if we filmed a movie in our hometown set in the 90s, we know exactly what was already there and what it wasn't.
Yeah. That would be hard.
Because now when we drive through our original hometown where we met, I'm like, looks so different and sad.
Hardly anything.
Yeah.
We'd have to stay downtown
Yes.
to make that work.
Yeah, downtown hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah, not really. But yeah, it's interesting.
That's all I've got for the interesting stuff for how it was made and for Ryan. So, shall I read the back of the box?
Do it.
Let me read the back of the box. In order to solve the crime of the century, these two will have to play nice. Aw.
Guys.
In this movie, written and directed by Shane Black, down on his luck enforcer Jackson Healy, it says Academy Award winner Russell Crowe.
Gladiator?
Probably for Gladiator. Maybe
Master and Commander?
Beautiful Mind.
Oh, I bet it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the world's worst detective, Holland March, Academy Award nominee, Ryan Gosling, because I don't know who beat him for Half Nelson, but for Barbie, it was Robert Downey Jr. and Oppenheimer.
I feel like that's more just because Robert Downey Jr. is old.
Oh.
What do you think? No.
Well, if you want to get to what I think, I don't think people usually get nominated for acting performances for comedies.
That's true.
I can't think of any, actually, except for Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah.
Okay. The two pair up to find a missing girl and take down some not so nice guys along the way. Together they break news headlines and a few bones in this calamitous buddy comedy that will keep you guessing and laughing till the end.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Facts. Sorry, I was Googling them.
What were you Googling? Do I need to give you more time?
Russell Crowe, and I didn't find anything because now I'm done. Anyway, on to the movie. So, it opens, lots of 70s music. Like, even like the logos at the beginning were very 70s.
Oh, yeah, it's a Warner Brothers film. It ended up being, not CBS. And it's the old 70s Warner Brothers logo.
It was pretty cool.
Not the one you're familiar with. Not the one from the water tower.
No. Not the one the Animaniacs live in.
Yeah.
A different one. And then we get the back of the Hollywood sign at night. So obviously LA, California.
Yeah.
1977.
1977, the year Star Wars came out.
And then we see like a house with like a dog in the backyard, and this kid is letting the dog back in the house, and then he sneaks into his parents' room where they're currently asleep and steals his dad's nudie magazines from just under the bed. They are in nothing under this bed. They are just raw dogged under the bed, not hidden, just laying under there. And he crawls all the way under, grabs one, and then it's just like walking around, like the confidence of this.
Yeah, he doesn't use it to do what you think he would do.
He's just looking at the
He
boobs.
wanders around the house.
Yeah, like he's reading a magazine, but he's
Yes.
looking at the centerfold.
Yeah, probably like he's seen his dad walk around with the newspaper with a cup of coffee before work.
Yeah, and he's doing it like, I don't know, probably 11:30 at night. It's a kid just walking around with porn.
Yeah.
And then I did like, and then the centerfold's name is Misty Mountains, is her name.
Yeah, it shows us.
And then while he's standing there, a car crashes through the house, all the way through the house.
Yeah, did you see it in the window back behind him beforehand?
You can see it while he's like drinking, like, I don't know, apple juice or like a glass of milk at the sink, looking at this porn. You can see the car rolling down like off the, because if you've ever been to LA, it's very hilly.
Yeah, this looks like they live towards the bottom of Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
And she's on the road up above.
Yeah, so she's rolling towards them all the way through the house.
It's a blue Firebird. It crashes all the way through.
All the way through the house.
It's so loud, too.
And instead of going to wake up his parents,
he goes outside.
He goes outside just to see if anyone needs help. And there's no one in the car, but he sees the same woman from the centerfold who is currently topless, like her shirt's been ripped open, so she looks like she's laying the exact same way that she was in the
She's
centerfold.
even laying on a rock like she is. He pulls up the centerfold and holds it next to her.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Same girl, and then she just like looks at him and says, "How do you like my car, big boy?" And then dies.
And she dies.
And it's just like, all right.
Okay.
All
What
right,
are we
Misty,
in for here?
you
What kind of movie
weirdo.
is this?
And then it is kind of sweet though, because the kid does take off his pajama top and cover her up.
Yeah.
So that was really nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully he
At
told
least he did that.
his parents. I don't know. And then I don't know what this part's about. Oh, I think we're meeting Healy, and there's a group of kids, like a school, and they're watching like a commercial or like an ad or something about the city pool. I don't know what we're watching.
Yeah,
but
it's weird.
It's literally like Bart has a plain towel, Sarah has a bright towel, and Jonathan has a gay towel. And it's just like, what is happening? What is this?
It shows him happy holding up a rainbow towel in the whole class.
Yeah,
laughs.
and then Russell Crowe's basically like kids today.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Because this is a noir detective movie, so there's a
Yeah.
lot of voiceover.
There's a lot of voiceover. So he's basically talking about kids today are getting into more shit than he got up to when he was their age, basically.
Yeah.
And so he's following a kid who is 13 years old, and she is being groomed by someone 3 times her age.
Yikes.
And so this guy who's, 39 is giving her...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, disgusting.
Buying her pot, he says.
Buying her pot and grooming this kid.
Yep.
And so he says that his job is he gets hired by people to protect people, essentially.
Yeah.
So he waits until the little girl leaves, and then
On a bicycle, by the way.
because she's 13.
Creep.
He waits till the little girl leaves, and then he goes and beats the absolute dog shit out of the pedo.
Yeah. He
So-
opens the door and he says, "Are you the guy?" And he goes, "What?" And he just punches him in the
Yeah.
face.
And he says, "Stay away from little girls,"
and leaves.
and leaves. So there you go.
What a job.
He's the true hero here.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Agreed.
So then we have like a March investigations, and it's Ryan Gosling hanging out fully dressed in a full bathtub. Like, I'm
Yeah.
washing me and my clothes, bitch.
Right.
And his daughter calls, and you hear like the it's not called the voicemail, answering machine.
Yeah.
Answering machine pick up, and she's like, just a reminder, it's my birthday this week, so
Yeah.
don't forget. And then we basically, he talks about how a lot of his business left and a lot of PIs folded when they implemented the no-fault divorce in California.
Yeah.
Because now women no longer needed a reason to leave people. They
Yeah.
could just leave. Yay, feminism. But anyway, so we find out that Healy is getting hired as a merc by a girl named Amelia, though we don't know what for yet.
We just know that she looks like a lot like Margaret Qualley.
She looks a lot like Margaret Qualley, who, if you didn't know that, her mom is what? Andie MacDowell?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them. Man, Margaret Qualley is in Death Stranding, where she's awesome.
When?
She's Mama. She has a special bond with BB.
I have no idea what you're talking
She has her own BB, too.
about. Oh. All I remember is Fragile.
You
Higgs.
don't remember Mama, the girl with the glasses? With
Nope.
the jacket around her waist?
Look it up.
She looks like Margaret Qualley.
Mom, look it up in the game, and then I'll be like, I'll remember it or I don't remember it.
Okay, I'm going to type.
For the first one or two?
She's also in, she's not in the second one.
Oh,
She is-
okay. Yeah, I do remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also in that movie with Demi Moore.
Substance.
Substance.
Yeah.
That movie
that's
goes
a,
hard.
That's a crazy movie.
That's wild.
I liked it, though. So
Me too.
basically, Healy's been hired by Amelia to do something. I didn't really follow what it was for. I don't think we're supposed to know yet.
No, he
And
was vague on purpose.
Ryan has been hired to look for Amelia.
Yep.
So Ryan's looking for her, and Healy is tasked to beat someone up for her.
Yeah.
So there's like, I think it's Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's trying to bribe people and figure out where Amelia is, and he goes and talks to a bartender with her photo. And it's literally just a photo of her like license, and the bartender does remember her.
Photocopied, by the way. It's such a bad photo.
It's a horrible photocopy. But the bartender does remember her and says that she was in a couple nights ago drinking bourbon martinis. Yuck.
But Ryan even says that.
That sounds disgusting.
Holland. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah. And then I call him, because his name is Holland March, and then there's Jackson Healy.
Yeah.
So I call them March and Healy.
That's
most
what
of the
they
time.
call each other.
Yeah. So then he tries to bribe the bartender with a little bitty origami, like $5 bill that's shaped like a T-shirt. And the guy's just like, "Is that a T-shirt?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I made it
I
myself.
made it myself. And then he gets thrown out. So then he's like, sometimes you have to do some illegal shit to get the information you need. So you see like the bartender closing up the bar, and then Holland goes around to the side and punches in the like one of the teeny tiny windows, and then pulls his arm back and has just cut the shit out of all of like his wrist. And he's just
His
like,
acting is so funny.
It's hilarious, 'cause,
Because
like-
he's so ginger to like wrap the
Yeah.
T-shirt around his fist perfectly, and then like perfectly and line it up with that window, and then it's
and he's
does
like,
not go
he's like,
well.
it's a lot. That's a lot of blood.
that's a lot of blood.
And then he's just like slowly collapsing, holding like his wrist. And then we see him in an ambulance about to die.
Yeah.
And then he gets wheeled out. And of course, it's the 70s. So he's wheeled out of the hospital smoking a cigarette.
Of course.
So great. it's
So
great.
funny.
And then we hear like a news report about Misty Mountain going over the cliff and dying, and the police saying that they have not ruled out foul play at this moment.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe they said they did. One or the other. It doesn't change
Doesn't
anything.
matter.
So basically, Healy's getting ready for the day, and he goes over his word of the day, which is equanimity.
Equanimity. Yeah.
Which is something about like handling something calmly.
With a calm and composed attitude.
He's like, he handled her betrayal with equanimity.
With equanimity.
And then it shows that his wife cheated on him with his father.
Yeah.
It's awful.
She goes, "Yeah, Jackson, I'm fucking your dad." And he spits the water in her face, and he goes, "I'm sorry. What?"
What? Yeah. So then Healy goes over to Holland March's home and punches him in the face. And then he basically punches him, and March is immediately like, I have $20. That's what you can take. Just take my $20 away. And then he's like, you just need to stop looking for Amelia. And he's like, I'm not looking for Amelia. And he's like, and then who hired you? And then he's immediately like, Lily Glenn. That's who hired me to look for her niece. And now I need to find Amelia to find her niece. That's all I'm doing.
He's like, you just gave up your client immediately.
He's like, yeah, I did. I don't care. And then he like tries to stand up, and he grabs the gun that they keep in the cookie jar at his house.
Yeah.
And then he immediately kicks the gun out of his hand. And then he's like, are you done? And March is like, yeah, I'm done. And then he like tries to get it again, and then he beats the shit out of him again.
He tries to crawl to it. Jackson's standing right next to him, and it's 10 feet away.
It's really far away. And then Healy's like, okay, well, because he has the injury to his wrist already. He's like, okay, so
Yes.
when you talk to your doctor,
He's like, no, I've already been to the doctor. No.
And he's like, you need to tell him that you have like a radial fracture.
You have a spiral fracture of the left radius.
And then he's like, no. And then he breaks his arm and just leaves.
And he screams.
He screams.
Bloody murder.
Yeah.
If you've never seen a Ryan Gosling movie, this is the one to watch.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
And this shows all of his acting chops.
Yeah.
So
we cannot get across a Ryan Gosling performance over voice. Please watch this movie.
It's great, honestly. This is a great movie. And on his drive to March's house, he saw a little girl pacing in a field. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
Like an empty lot. And so when he's walking out of the house, that little girl is walking up, and she's like, oh, were you just talking to my dad? And he's like, yeah.
Yep.
And then she's like, do you want a yoo-hoo? And he's like, I do want a yoo-hoo. And then he takes one from her, and he's just like, have a nice day, and leaves. And then the next time we see Healy, he has like, I don't know, a 24 pack of yoo-hoo. So like he got addicted fast. He was like, yeah, no, yoo-hoo is really good. I don't think I've ever had a yoo-hoo.
I like it, but it is chocolate water.
Is it chalky?
Kinda.
It sounds disgusting.
I like it, but I like weird, cheap stuff like that sometimes. It's
So
no
do I,
chocolate
though.
milk, but I'm also lactose intolerant, so
Poor baby.
maybe I
You
should
really
have some more
are.
yoo-hoo.
But you know what? You love cheese.
I do love cheese.
You love you some cheese.
Yeah, I'm not super lactose intolerant.
You are.
I just can't have it in abundance, which is the way I like it. Just the best way to have cheese is in abundance.
It's a lot of it. Like so much cheese that you're like, good God.
Yeah,
that is
even
a lot
me,
of
I'm
cheese.
like, this is too much cheese. Give me another.
But I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. Like, you can get Kyle to go anywhere with you if you offer him like melty cheese.
This is true. This is true.
Oh, God. But anyway, so Healy apparently lives over a comedy club.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what the joke is when he's walking in.
Oh, I don't know.
It was quite funny. I don't remember what it was. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. There was nothing going on downstairs.
There you go.
So he gets upstairs to his apartment, and Keith David shows up behind him, and he's immediately like, oh, this is private. This is like the bathroom's downstairs.
Keith David in an afro and an all red 70s suit with
Looking
a popped
awesome.
collar. He looks amazing.
He looks so cool. And then he's just like, no, the bathroom's downstairs. And of course, if you haven't been following, he gets attacked by this group of guys
Of
who
course.
are also looking for Amelia.
Yes.
So then we flash to March, who is talking to his client, Mrs. Glenn, who is convinced that her niece Misty is still alive because she said she saw Misty in Misty's house 2 days after Misty died, supposedly in that car accident.
Oh, yeah, this is now. That means we skipped the first job he takes. When we're setting up his character and he takes the job from that little old lady because she's looking for Frank.
Yeah, there's a little. Basically, what we find out about March is that March is kind of sleazy because
kinda.
he's getting a job, and she's like, "I haven't seen my husband in like a week,"
And he's
then
like, and he looks over at the
and there's an
mantle.
urn that says Frank,
Yeah, and he's like, when did you last see him? She's like, I haven't seen him since the funeral.
and he's just like, "I'll take the case."
I'll get started right away. And
So-
takes the check.
Shakes the check. So he's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, where was I? He's talking to his
He's gonna
client.
take him the new job. Yeah.
She is convinced that Misty is alive. She says that she saw Misty in Misty's living room window 2 days after the wreck,
Wearing a pinstripe suit.
wearing a pinstripe suit. And she's like, I saw her. So
Yep.
she cannot be dead. Just where is she?
Yeah.
And so March is basically telling Glenn, like, I'm not going to look for Amelia anymore. it just your niece is dead. Like, we're done, basically.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'll write you another check. And he's like, I will keep looking for your niece then.
Yeah, he sucks.
She spoke his language. And then he walks outside, and his daughter, who is 13, is always driving him around because as the movie goes on, March has like a drinking problem. So, and then he gets in the car with his daughter, and he's like, am I a bad person? Which his daughter is from the new Spider-Man trilogy.
She is. She's Betty.
She's Betty.
Yeah.
Betty Draper.
We might watch her tomorrow.
Maybe.
I don't think her name's Draper. That's Don Draper's wife's name.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know her name then.
Okay.
Betty. She does a great job, but she's driving him around, and he's like, am I a bad person? And she goes, yes.
It's like, you would need to be completely straight with me and completely forthright and honest. Am I a bad person?
Yes.
She goes, yes.
And then they just drive away. And she drives her dad, I don't know where. So Healy is still with these guys beating him up in his apartment, asking about Amelia. And he's like, I don't know Amelia. And then one of the guys, like, goes and opens, I'm guessing, like one of those traps with money. Because he's like, don't open that. It'll blow up on you. And then the guy gets the money. You know, like the little fake money, the ink thing goes off.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
So, and then the guy...
Department stores put those tags on clothes.
Yes,
Yeah.
to ruin them if you steal them, that sort of thing. And so it explodes all over the bad guy, and he has blue all over his face, which you'll find out that his name is Blueface.
Yeah, you called him Blueface the rest of the movie, but so did the subtitles.
So did the subtitles. I looked up finally while he was on the subtitles, and I was like, I'm calling him Blueface. It's perfect. So anyway, he's like, I don't know where Amelia is. And then the guy starts throwing Healy's fish at him.
Yeah, out of the aquarium.
And we did see this when Healy was leaving for the day after his word of the day. For some reason, his entire power shuts off when he walked out of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And so his entire power is still off currently.
Yeah.
That's what you need to know. And so basically, Healy's getting pissed, and he's like, but he's calm. Like, he's getting pissed internally.
Yeah, he's like, you don't have to do that. That's not, what sort of purpose is this serving?
Because then he's like, I'm going to make you eat your fish. And he's like, what is this? What are we doing?
Can you tell this guy to behave like a professional?
On?
And
Yeah.
Keith David's like, I don't
know. And the guy's just throwing fish at him. And then Healy's like, what did you plan today? He's like, it clearly isn't going to plan. Like, beating me up, trashing the place. I get it. That's the job.
Did you think this morning you were going to be throwing fish?
Yeah. And then he's like, but you fucked up because you've pissed me off now. So even if I knew something, at this point, I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
And then the guy's about to kill Healy, and then all the power comes back on in the house, and everything's bright and loud. And then Healy, I think,
which fucks them up for some reason.
which totally fucks them up. And then Healy like doesn't he take a little bit of a shotgun to the shoulder?
That's later.
Oh, I thought that was now.
I don't think so.
Which, if you're like old Ant-Man, that would have taken him out for the whole freaking movie.
Okay. That would take you out for a whole movie too.
I'm not a superhero. But like, so he gets rid of them. I don't remember what happens to all of them. I thought they died and then they come back, so they do not die. March is having a birthday party for his kid. What is his kid's name? Holly
March.
What does he say? He says something. He's surrounded.
He says Jesus Christ.
I don't remember.
In some context.
Yeah, and then one of the girls goes, "Oh my God, you took the Lord's name in vain."
And he says, "No, I didn't, Janet. I found it very useful, actually."
And so the kids are all bowling and having a great time, and he goes to take a poop. And then while he's pooping, he's like reading a newspaper, smoking a cigarette. And honestly, it looks like he's just living the best life in this turlet.
Yeah.
And then Healy has tracked him down to the bowling alley and is waiting outside the door and is like, "Hey, March, we actually need to have like a conversation." And then he opens it's quite funny. It's a little slapsticky because he opens
Gosling swings open his own stall door.
Yeah.
And points the gun at him. He's like, "You think I didn't come prepared?"
Yeah. And then the door keeps like coming back and his pants are around his ankles.
Because he's trying to put down the newspaper while keeping the gun pointed at him and pull up his pants. And then the cigarette falls out of his mouth into his boxers.
Yep. It's great. And then he eventually tells Healy, he's like, "Turn around." And then Healy turns around and is like,
while the door's shutting in his face.
There's a mirror here.
Someone close your eyes.
Close your eyes. And then eventually he's like, "You know what? Just turn back around." And
it's so slapsticky, but it's so good because of both of Russell Crowe's great too.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great acting on both of their parts. Basically, they end up sitting down to eat together obviously March is still a little bitter because now he has a cast. So he's also trying to pull up his pants with one arm.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, with his broken arm, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So, like, anyway, and then Healy basically is like, I want you to find Amelia. Because we do find out that Healy is not a PI. Healy is a mercenary, basically.
Pretty much.
That's his job. And he's talked a couple of times in his little voiceovers about, like, hey, maybe I should get the license to be a PI because maybe then I wouldn't feel like such a piece of shit for beating up all these people. But March is a PI. And so he's like...
That's what I'm talking about from them writing the two characters separately, is that they went on such different paths.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, they both want to be PIs, but Gosling got it, and I don't think he's that big of a fan of it.
No.
And...
Well, we know
Crowe,
why, though, later on when we hear it.
Crowe decided to just go the easy way, not get the license, and now he kind of wishes he had the license.
Yeah.
Kind of wishes he was a real PI.
Yeah, because then he'd
interesting.
feel like he was doing something, I guess.
Yeah.
But he basically says, because he's like, so now you want me to find Amelia. And he offers him $400. And he's like, for 2 days of work, he's like, because I think the men who attacked me are going to hurt Amelia.
Yeah.
And, like, we just need to figure out what's going on. And then he basically says that they're gonna go. He's like, you were looking for Amelia, and he's like, yes and no. He was like, last week an old broad, put that down.
Sorry.
Last week an old broad came to me to look for her niece Misty Mountains, and he basically is telling him. And then 2 days, she says that she saw Misty 2 days after the car crash.
Yeah.
So and he's like, huh, that's basically it.
And Healy's like, whoa.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, that's crazy. What world are we in?
Yeah. And then Holly shows up and is like, you're the guy who beat up my dad. And he's like, yeah.
Right.
Right. I did do that. And she's like, how much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet?
He's like, how much you got?
And she's like, she's just really annoying.
She's so annoying. I've got like $30. And he's like, $30?
And then Ryan's like, stop it. No. But then basically it's the next day. So March brings Healy to Amelia's protest group. And I do love this bit because Healy keeps being like, why? How do you know she's here? And then March is like, well, this is her protest
That's
group.
her protest group.
But
And
how
then
do you
he
know
tries to
she's
leave.
here?
He's like, I led you to Amelia. I'm done.
And he's like, but what if she's not here? It's like, this is her protest group. She's here. And then, like, basically they just start yelling Amelia. The whole thing is that these kids are protesting
Air pollution. The smog
yeah.
epidemic in the 70s was severe.
Yes. So they're all laying down on the ground pretending like they're dead.
Yeah.
In front of a school to protest smog. There you
Yeah.
go. So it's just a group of kids. I say kids, young adults, laying down, and they're just yelling Amelia, and then eventually they're like, "She's not here."
Oh my God, bro, she's not here.
Because at first they're saying like, "We can't talk to you, we're dead."
Yeah.
And then one of them is finally like, "She's not here. Her boyfriend died 3 days ago."
Yeah, because there's a bit where he's like, "What you guys are protesting? What are you protesting? I don't even see your signs. I can't read them because they're down on the ground with you." And nobody answers him. And some other guy next to him, it's like, "Hey, what are you guys protesting?" And they're like, "Air." He goes, "They're protesting the air."
Yeah, because he's just translating for him. It's like, why? It's like, because it's poisoning us. It's poisoning him. Yeah. Because there's just one guy standing over to the side of the stairs smoking a cigarette, staring at all these kids laying in the sun. But then one kid, they're like, okay, can we get one kid who wants $20 to take us to Amelia's boyfriend's house?
One kid, without lifting his head up, raises his hand.
Yeah. And this is Chet. So Chet leads them to a burned out house. And this is Amelia's boyfriend's house, her dead boyfriend's house. We find out that Dean was the boyfriend's name, and he was a filmmaker, and he made experimental films. And then a kid on a bike comes by.
Yeah.
Is this the same kid from the beginning of the movie, or is this a different kid?
I don't think so.
It's just a little white kid. I don't know. But he comes by, and he's basically like talking about how he saw Dean making a film with Misty Mountains last week. And then he says that there was a guy named Sid Hatrack. And then Ryan Gosling is like, no one is named Hatrack.
Yeah.
No one's named
That's
Hatrack.
ridiculous. No one's name is Hatrack.
And the kid's like, I don't know. And he's like, I offered to be in it because I have a big dick. Do you want to see it? And Ryan's
What?
like,
No.
no one wants to see your dick.
He offered to show it like 3 times.
He does. And then they're like, well, what was the film called? And then they say the film was called How Do You Like My Car, Big Boy? That's the name of the film.
Yes.
So now we're on the track to figure out where this movie is because the whole house burned down.
I was distracted for the last entire bit because when you confused the kid on the bike with the kid at the beginning, I was like, wait, actually the kid at the beginning looked familiar. He is Harley Keener from Iron Man 3.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, which means he's dating Indy Never Ready from Obsession.
Lucky.
True.
Wow. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
She's going to have a great career.
true.
Anyway, so is he, hopefully. I hope everyone does. But so basically, they're driving down the street now, and they're like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. And they see that there's an ad for Sid Shattuck.
I can't find another time to mention it, but there's a couple times where Healy says, the porno actress about Misty Mountains, and he goes, young lady.
The porno
The
young
porno
lady.
young lady.
That fixes everything.
It's so stupid.
But they see an ad for like a Sid, I think his name is Shattuck.
Also, did you talk about the part where he says, we already gave you 20, what am I saying?
Oh, yeah, because he paid the kid $20 for the info. And then the kid's like, I'll show you my dick for $20. And
He's like,
Ryan's
we already gave you 20. What am I saying?
what am I saying?
And leaves.
He's like, I already paid you $20. But I did like that. So they find the ad for the porn king.
Yes,
and so
he
now
pulls over and sees Sid, not Hat Rack.
not Hat Rat.
Shattuck.
And so now they have a lead. And they, I guess, I don't know who Ryan calls, but Ryan calls, I think, Sid's house. And someone on the line said, oh, Amelia will be right back. So now they know that Amelia is at Sid's house.
Yep.
So now that's where they're going to go. And there's a huge party going over there, and Holly wants to go. And Ryan Gosling obviously is like, no, I'm not going to bring my 13-year-old daughter to a porno.
Yeah.
A porno king's
Mansion
like,
party.
mansion. No.
Yeah.
So they tell her to go to her friend's house. And then on the way, that basically they go to the house. And while he's turning in his car to the valet, Holly starts hitting the inside of the trunk, and he opens it, and there's his 13-year-old daughter. So then he closes it back and tries to give the valet his keys anyway. And the valet's like, I'm not going to take it with a kid in it.
I love the way Gosling reacts because he doesn't say anything. He just puts his elbow on the table like, of course you're not going to take it.
Of course you're not going to take it.
Didn't say anything, but his visual acting is so good.
Because I really think he would have just left her there all night.
Yeah.
Because he would have been like, no, you weren't supposed to be here. And that was before safety features. Like, I don't know how old you guys are, but back in the day, if someone put you in a trunk, you could not get out of said trunk. There was not a safety feature to get out of the trunk.
His Mercedes is even older than the 70s. It's like a 63 or something.
Do you remember going to the state fair and like my brother and I would take turns locking each other in the trunks once the little pull thingy was introduced?
I don't remember you taking turns. No.
I didn't know if you and your siblings did that.
No.
Oh. Me
That's
neither.
insane.
What if it hadn't worked?
Yeah.
Who has the keys to these cars? No one.
Yeah.
Anyway. But so he sends Holly back home in a taxi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tries to. And then
I
as
just
far as
love
he
when
knows,
she
she's
says,
gone.
Dad, this place is crazy. There's like whores here and stuff. And he has this bit where he's like, I told you, don't say and stuff. Just say, Dad, there are whores here.
There are whores here. Because that's a bit through most of the movie.
Yeah.
So we find out that they're walking through and Healy's like, man, Mary Jane is really here. And March is like, who's Mary Jane? And he's like, you can't smell that. And we find out that March has zero sense of smell because of some like hit to the head he took back in the day.
Yeah.
So he's just like,
To
you're a private detective with no sense of smell.
God, this just keeps getting better. You got to be the worst detective I've ever heard of.
Yeah, but you have heard of me. Anyway, so they split up, and Healy basically tells March as they're splitting up, if you see a guy with a blue face, come find me because the ink doesn't wash off.
Yeah.
So it was pretty great. Because, okay, there's a clip where Russell Crowe refuses to drink. Healy refuses to drink while he's on this job. And then we cut to the actual quote-unquote private eye who is drunk as a
An
skunk.
alcoholic.
Who's an alcoholic and is clearly like hammered,
Yeah.
trying to ask people where Amelia is. With like Healy's doing like real investigative work, and Marge is just drunk.
Just
and then
drunk
we see
walking around asking people, and there's like it slowly progresses because at first he's like, I'm looking for Amelia. You have a good view up there on the dancing platform. So if you've seen a brunette about yay high,
yeah.
just kind of let me know. And then by the time it gets to the end of him asking people, he goes, I'm looking for about yay dark hair, and holds his hand up by his eyes to show how tall he is. He's like, answers to the call a while. Just kidding. I forgot her name. If you see her, you let me know and you tell me my name.
I did like that. You tell me my name.
They just look at him like,
all right.
the fuck? Okay, dude.
So Healy finds a room with costumes in it. One of these costumes is a pinstripe suit that says Misty Mountain on it.
But he doesn't know about that.
He doesn't know about that. So
he discards it.
He discards it. And then he walks by, and Holly, the 13-year-old, is in a room watching a porno tape with two adults.
Two adults.
And he walks in and slams the guy who's watching the porno with the girl on the, like, his head into the thing. Like he breaks the glass of the table.
Yes.
Because the guy's basically like, well, maybe she wants to watch porn with me or something. And then he slams his head down. And then there's a woman sitting on the couch with Healy, and she's like, I'm in it.
With Holly,
Yeah. That's why I'm watching it. And then he just leaves. He just leaves her in there with a porn tape rolling.
He's like, okay, fair enough. Your dad told you to go home. Go home.
Yeah, and then he just walks away.
Yep.
And so then Holly, because she's her father's child, she starts asking the girl, like, do you know Amelia? I'm looking for her. She did a film with Sid. And then the chick is like, Sid is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who Amelia is, but Sid is gross because one time he introduced me to his sister, and then the next time I walked in on him and her doing anal and stuff. And then Holly goes, don't say and stuff. Just say they were doing anal. God.
It's great.
Jesus. So March is now, we see March swimming with the mermaids in the pool.
Of course.
For a little bit. And then he's like, the girl's pretending to shoot him on the balcony, and then he actually falls over the balcony.
Yeah, he just comes across this girl he starts flirting with, and he's like, hey, shoot me. And she pretends shoots
with
him.
like finger guns. Yeah.
Yes. And then she keeps doing it.
And
he
keeps
keeps acting like he's getting shot, and he falls over the fucking rafters.
And then it's in California, so it's like on the side of a mountain, like on the side of a hill. So he rolls all the way down, and he loses his gun. And then while he's like drunk looking for his gun, there's a woman who peeks out of like the bushes in a yellow dress, and he's just like, I'm just looking for my gun. It's no big deal. And then he sits down and he's like smoking, because I think he finds the gun. He sits down and he's smoking, and when he lit up his cigarette, he realized that he's sitting next to a man whose half of his face is missing. A dead body.
This is where I'll stop us and talk about how he has made no discoveries himself this entire movie, and he probably won't. He fails upward.
He does.
They end up going to that burnt out house, and that kid just happens to ride by on a bike that knows. He just happens to see the billboard. He just happens to fall down there and see Amelia and the dead body.
I didn't even say it was Amelia yet, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But, well, we've seen her in earlier scenes. It's clearly Margaret Qualley off in the distance, because she hired
Oh, yes,
Healy.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But he's done nothing himself.
Yeah,
It
he's
all
just
keeps falling in his lap.
nothing. So then we hear Healy like looking for him up on the balcony. He's like, March, where are you? And then he's just like, Healy. And he like tells Healy
Screaming from probably 200 feet away.
And he tells Healy to get down there. And so Healy obviously is like, how did you end up down here? And he was like, well, I was slippery.
Yeah.
Because I was swimming with the mermaids. So I had to question them.
Why were you swimming with the mermaids?
I had to question them. Hello. And so they basically said they have to go after the woman in yellow because she could finger him for the murder because she saw him looking for his gun in the bushes.
Yeah.
So he's like, shit, we're going to have to do something. So they decide that they need to just get rid of the body. So they find out that the body is Sid. That's who this is, dead. And they decide, so everyone who's worked on this movie is dead. And then we see inside the house, a woman asks Holly, like, I've heard you've been asking after Amelia. Why? And Holly's like, oh, I'm her sister, and there are two freaky guys looking for her. And the girl's like, okay, well, come with me, and I'll take you to Amelia.
Or that apple falls far from the tree.
Yeah, she's smart, actually.
Yeah.
So they throw... This is back with our boys, Healy and March. They throw Sid's dead body over a fence so that they can just buy some time. But it's California, so it's not like there's nothing down there but another person's backyard. So they throw it over a fence, and it slams down, probably like, what, a 30-foot drop? It slams down on someone who is having a dinner party outside and breaks their table. And then they're just like, okay,
I
run.
laughed so hard.
Just run. And then they just take off. And these poor people. So the woman who was helping Holly puts her in a car with Blueface Guy.
Oops.
Yeah. And so Blueface Guy is basically like, I'm going to kill you. And then Healy bumps into to Keith David.
Yeah.
And then they get in a fight, and guns start going off and stuff. And so the party's starting to scatter.
I looked that up because Keith David was looking so athletic and fit and ready to roll with it during the scenes that were clearly him.
Yeah.
That's not man. He was 60 years old at the time of filming.
He did great.
He looked amazing.
He looked fantastic. Fantastic. So they get into a fist fight. And then Holly sees Amelia because Amelia is at the valet demanding her car keys right now. And then Blueface sees her obviously out the window and opens the car door with a gun and is about to shoot Amelia. And Holly grabs the car door and slams his hand into it, diverting the bullet just enough to not shoot Amelia. And then jumps out of the car and says, Amelia, run. And then both the girls take off running.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then the valet, because then the Blueface, his car drives away, and the valet tells March, hey, that girl from your trunk is in that car that's speeding away. Which, why did you let this? You saw that this kid was in my trunk. Why did you let her get in that car?
Yeah.
How much trafficking happened at this party that this valet was just watching happen?
Yeah.
Dang.
Boy, that's dark.
Who's the true villain? That valet. Anyway.
The indifference of good men.
Yeah, just be like, she's in that actually right now. I did nothing about it. But
Yeah.
anyway, so obviously March starts chasing. He steals. What kind of car does he steal? I don't know what this is.
Camaro.
Camaro.
70,
That's what I thought
like
it was.
a 77. Brand new.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, but it's red.
A red Bumblebee.
It is shiny, though. I don't know.
It was pretty. It was a really pretty car.
They must have paid so much for that car just to destroy it here in a second.
That's CG.
No, it's not.
I hope it is CG.
It ain't.
So he starts obviously chasing Blueface because he thinks Blueface has Holly. Healy gets the better of Keith David, and then he's like, I'm going to kill you. And then Keith David's like, I'm just going to leave and go to Michigan, so don't kill me. And then Healy's like, okay.
Yeah.
And just leaves him.
He's like, Michigan's far enough.
Yeah. And so Blueface corners the girls on the street, and then he gets run over by a van.
That I assumed was going to be Healy.
Yeah.
It's just some dude who starts to get out and is like, never mind, and runs.
Yeah, he says, never mind, because then he realizes that he killed somebody, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
So Holly, for some reason, because obviously Amelia is like, we need to keep running, because now she's taking care of this kid for some reason, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, we got to go. And then Holly's like, well, we have to help Blueface, who's dying actively. And then Amelia's like, fuck that guy. And
The
Amelia,
guy tried to kill us. We're not going to help him.
and I agree with her,
Yeah.
because Blueface would not do the same for you.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting that Holland has raised. I don't know when. I don't know what happened to his wife.
oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I still, after watching the movie, don't know exactly what happened, but he's done a great job at raising such a pure-hearted
Kid.
kid. But I wonder how
Yeah.
much of that was the mom.
Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of
Maybe
it.
he was a good dude before whatever happened.
Yeah, we'll talk about what happened.
Yeah.
So Holly goes and kind of is just comforting Blueface, and then Healy catches up with her first, and then he sends Holly to go flag down an ambulance while he chokes the life out of Blueface, but not before Blueface tells him that John Boy knows who you are, and John Boy is going to kill the private cop and his family, and then he's going to kill you. And then
Yeah.
Healy's just like, all right,
He's like, you ain't got long to live. And then Healy says, well, none of us do.
true. And then he
And
chokes
chokes
him.
the life out of him.
Yep. And then Holly shows back up, and he's dead, and she's just like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's like, I couldn't find an ambulance. And he's like, well, he didn't make it.
yeah. And so March shows up, his daughter's safe. That's great. But then the next shot we have is that the police have arrived, obviously, because there was a shooting at a party,
Yeah.
and lots of dead bodies, and they're kind of being detained. They're not allowed to leave
Yeah.
currently. And then a woman walks up and is like, hey, my boss wants to talk to you. And her name's Tally. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then we find out that she works for Kim Basinger.
Hey.
And Kim
I
Basinger,
completely forgot she was in this.
totally. I had no, I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
So she works, Kim Basinger is like the head of the Justice Department. I don't know. She's really high up in the Justice Department, apparently, in
Yeah.
California. And then she's also Amelia's mother. So, interesting.
Interesting.
So, anyway, Kim Basinger basically says that she spends half her day fighting like catalytic converters or something, because that's what's causing smog.
Yeah.
And then she spends the other half of her day on porn. And then March is all like, well, what's your favorite
what
film?
kind? What's your
what
favorite?
kind? And then Healy's like, no.
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 She means fighting it. You
And
dipshit.
and then he writes down on his like notes, porn is bad. So, just so we know where we all stand.
We didn't talk about it because it's going to come up later. He has written on his hand. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It says, "You will never be happy."
Yeah.
And then a little smiley face.
That's really sad.
Yes. I don't know who wrote it on there.
I'm
but
guessing him.
He woke up in the tub with it written on there.
I'm guessing he does.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about what happened if you don't remember. So, not right now, when it comes up.
Yeah.
They ask Kim Basinger, like, why do you think everyone involved in this film is dying, and why are you not moving your daughter into protective custody? And then Kim Basinger is basically like, because Amelia thinks that I'm behind all of this. And then she says that she just wants them to hire them to protect Amelia. That's what she wants. And then it is kind of funny because she's like writing a check because like March is like, well, it's not going to be cheap. And she's writing a check that says $10,000.
And he says, I'm thinking at least $5,000.
Yeah, he says, something like that. And then she goes, oh, and then
And she
rips
goes,
up
wow, and rips up the check.
rips up the $10,000 check.
And he looks at Healy with this.
Yeah, shit-eating grin. Like,
Shit-eating grin on
yeah,
his
I
face.
cooked right then. Yeah.
Because he makes like $200 a day doing this
Yeah.
when he has a job.
Yeah. And then we find out briefly, we mentioned that March's house burned down because he says that the house he and Holly are living in is a rental and he's rebuilding their house.
Yeah.
So, and then Tally mentioned that there was like March, because she knew who March was, not March. She knew who Healy was because of the diner. She said, you're the diner guy.
Oh, you're the diner guy.
And then, so March, Holland, is all like, what's the diner story? And this is while he's sitting on a diving board drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes outside.
And littering
In an empty pool.
The pool with all the cigarette butts.
Yeah. And so we hear the diner story. And the diner story apparently is like, he says he was eating there. Healy was eating there. And some asshole with a shotgun came in and threatened everyone. And Healy took him out. And he ended up taking a bullet in the bicep. Which, if you're Ant-Man, old Ant-Man.
Yeah, this is the part I was talking about.
It kills you. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then he said, so all I ended up with was a shot in the bicep and $500 of the hospital bills. So it was probably the dumbest decision I ever made because I wasn't getting paid for it. But then he said, but it was the best day of my life because just for a moment I felt useful.
At which point he notices Gosling is sleeping.
Gosling is passed out.
Snoring on the diving board.
So he drives by and Holly is reading in that empty lot again. And so he stops to talk to her. Healy does.
Yeah.
And then we basically find out that this is where their house stood. And then Holly says that Mom kept complaining about the gas leak in the furnace, but Dad couldn't smell the gas. So we don't ever confirm it, but she had to have died in the fire.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Or an explosion.
I was waiting for her to say it.
Yeah.
And she never actually talked about what happened to her mom.
I'm thinking
if
she definitely died.
Left or died in the fire. Or
She died in the fire.
It's implied.
It is implied.
Yeah.
So there you go. But basically, and then he's walking away, and then she says, Mr. Healy, are you a bad person? Did you kill that man? And then he says, of course not. And she says, that's good. I know you couldn't do something like that. This is the innocence.
Yes.
Because he would have murdered you. And not only just murdered you, he probably would have done horrific things to that little girl if he had gotten away with her. But she does not understand that.
Yeah.
This is a person who deserved to die.
Yeah. They're trying to write her like she's the angel on their shoulder.
Like their conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's too naive.
She's a kid.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't understand, I guess, the trail of dead bodies that led to Blueface.
No.
You know?
She doesn't.
So the next morning, because before Ryan Gosling passed out, they decided that they were going to meet again the next afternoon to figure out what their next step is. So March arrives in the afternoon already drunk because Holly's driving him around. And then his whole plan is that instead of starting the investigation now, they should wait a couple of days and then call and get another check from Kim Basinger's character, whose last name is Kuttner. And then, so Healy's just like, that's fucked up. Yeah. Essentially, like, why would we do that? Like, this girl's in active danger, so just waiting around for 2 days doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And then Holly tells March that he's the worst detective in the world. And then she says, like, why do you have to be such a fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, did she say and stuff? Because he says that again. He's like, stop saying and stuff. And then she yells, I hate you.
Yeah.
So valid. But And then the thing that Amelia gave him, like on a little cow, I don't know what it says, but basically Russell Crowe is on the way to the airport because this is like FLT something 10:30
Burbank,
p.m.
APT, West, and then some numbers and dashes.
Yes. And so he thinks it's a flight. And then he's walking out. He's like, well, clearly you're not going to help me. So I'm just going to go help myself. And then, or I'll just figure this out himself. And then as he's walking out, Ryan Gosling is like, well, it would be nice if that was an actual flight, but it's not. And then he's like, did he stop walking?
Because he can't see him. And
Yeah,
he's like,
because he's around the corner.
did he stop? And she looks over and she's like, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so he's like, it's not a flight. It's a flat. It's a flat number. And the date is written like the European way, which is if you're not from here, we do.
Day first is them.
Yeah. We do month, day, year, which doesn't really make sense.
But it is how we say it, though.
True.
I'm not going to say it's, what's today?
You
I'm
wouldn't
not
say
gonna
the
say
6th of October or something
No,
like that?
neither would you. I would never say it's to the 28th of July.
We
I
say the
it's
4th of July.
July 28th. Yeah, for the one holiday.
The one day.
The one explosion-based holiday.
Yeah. So anyway, he says that it's not that, it's an address. And so that's where we need to go because it's an apartment building. And then they get to the apartments that have been torn down for the last 2 years. So they're like, okay, well, I guess it is a flight.
Yeah.
And so they start driving to the airport. And on their way to the airport, you're right, because it's Holland lucking into everything because Holland's like, hang on, because this is called the Burbank West Hotel. So this is actually it. So they basically are like, she has to be here because it's like 10:30 or whatever, the same time that it's supposed to be on the slip. And so they go in to talk to the bartender, and the bartender is like, eventually, after they slam his head into the bar a couple of times.
Because he's trying to get money out of him.
He's trying to get money out of them, and they don't want to. And so he tells them that I sent I sent your friend to the top floor. And they're like, we don't have any friends. Same. And then they're like, so they go to the top floor, and there are like bodyguards up there and stuff. And while they're on their way up there, right? Because, well, March doesn't want to go up because there's people up there with guns.
Yeah.
And Healy's like, we literally have to because he could be murdering her right now. And then he's like, yeah.
He's like, I thought you just said the right choice was to stay down here. He goes, no, I said the smart choice.
Yeah, the smart choice.
The right one is to go up.
So they start going up to the penthouse, and the elevator door opens, and you just hear this gurgling, and they like poke
They
their heads
slowly lean out of the
and there's a
elevator.
guy whose throat's been slit, like holding the blood in
He
next
turns
to the
around to see
elevator.
them and dies.
Yeah, and then like they're like, okay, and then
they-
they look the other way, and a guy's getting like, you know, the silencer bullets.
Yeah.
Like the pew pew pew. Those
Yeah.
ones, like that guy dies, and then they just start hitting the close
Slowly
button.
back in the elevator and mashing the close button. And as it starts to go down again, you see that guy getting
guy
thrown
fall
out the
out the
window behind. And Ryan is convulsing.
He is
He's
shaking.
so hard.
And so they get back in the car, and then Healy's like, we can't leave. Like, she's in danger. And then Ryan's like, but what do you mean we can't leave? We need to leave. Like, this is a job for the cops at this
Yeah.
point. And then Amelia lands on their car.
See?
So he looks into everything. And then she tries to shoot them and knocks herself out because the
Yes.
recoil. She should have been
Comedy of
able to
errors.
shoot them, but she didn't.
Nope.
And so they take her back to not Healy's. They take her back to March's house with Holly, who now has a friend here.
Yeah.
And then, which I like because they were like, why aren't you at, what's her name? Jessica. Is that the other friend's name?
Yes.
Like, why aren't you at Jessica's house? And she's like, oh, well, she invited a boy over, so we had to come back here. And then Ryan Gosling's like, your sister's a slut.
She's like, I know.
I know.
They run a bit the whole movie where he keeps calling it Janet.
Ooh, she hates.
Yes.
So anyway, so Amelia basically wakes up and says that her mother sent these guys after her and said that she made a film with her boyfriend because a film couldn't be suppressed.
That's where I'll stop you. If you guys don't want to know what's been going on this entire time and you haven't watched this movie, I would really recommend you go watch it to see how this turns out at the end, because I think that's really worth it. Don't let us spoil it for you,
Yeah.
is all I'm saying.
Bye.
Because we're about to. And then come back.
Yeah. Okay. They gone? Okay.
Wasn't it awesome?
So she says, like, we made an experimental and artistic film. And then they're like, you made a porno. And she's like, it's not a porno. And then basically she says that her mother is a criminal and that her mother is one of the corporate oppressors. Basically, she said, my mom was going to let the automakers who are poisoning our environment walk because she's going to say that there's not enough evidence that cars are causing the smog in California when they 100% are, and there's all the proof that they are doing it.
Yep.
So she said that their solution was to make a porno tape, because she's like, it's not a porno. She's like, yes, my statement contains nudity. But basically she says that the film that they made has names and dates of actual people that are involved in the cover-up and the collusion with the auto industry.
Yeah.
And that once it's in theaters, they wouldn't be able to stop it.
Yeah.
So it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So she said that her mom found out, and her mom had Dean killed and to suppress the film, and that then Misty and Sid died, and she's the last person who knows about it.
Yeah.
So then Tally calls from the mom's office, because she's like, she works with her. Yeah. And then she tells March that Kuttner just called and asked for $100,000 in cash. And then he's like, oh, well, we've actually already found Amelia. She's just a little banged up, but she's fine. And Tally's like, okay, that's great. I'll send the family doctor over to your house right now, but to take care of her. But I'm not willing to carry $100,000 in cash. So can you come carry it for me and do the drop off for Kuttner? Yeah. And then he's just, because we haven't really talked about it, but Ryan Gosling's character is in love with Tally.
Smitten with her.
He thinks that she's absolutely beautiful and the smartest thing he's ever seen and incredible. She's gorgeous. Yeah. But he's like in love. So basically, there's like a whole conversation where they're talking about, I think Ryan Gosling's character says something about how can she think her mom's the villain and her mom's just trying to protect her. And then Healy has an example. He's like, my friend used to work for the like Secret Service. And so while he was working a detail covering Nixon, there was a car accident on the road. And so Nixon got out of the car and told that guy, hey, you're going to be fine. And then that guy died. And he was like, and so that guy probably assumes that all people see Nixon before they die.
Yeah. He's like, think about that guy's life experience.
Yeah.
He's laying there bleeding out, and then Nixon comes
former
and tells
president
him
tells you you're going to be
he's going to be okay. And then he goes to the grave beyond.
So he's just like, holy shit.
And Gosling's like, so there's two ways to look at something.
You could have just said that.
You could have just said that. I don't need the whole boring story. He's like, you didn't like it? And he's like, well, it would be pretty crazy.
It would be pretty crazy. So Tally goes out and gives them the suitcase, the briefcase full of money, and they go to drive. March is currently driving, and like we've mentioned, he is a drunk. Yeah. So he starts telling, like, Healy shows him like his ankle gun, and they're just like kind of talking and shooting the shit. And then Healy, like, he tells Healy, like, I'm starting to fall asleep, and Healy's like, the car can drive
like, you're
itself.
You're gonna need to drive, and he's like, no, the car has autopilot.
Just let go. The car drives itself. And so he takes his hands off the wheel, and there's like, what? I didn't know that this was like this. And then there's a bumblebee in the backseat.
Healy's
smoking.
like, all cars are like this. And then there's a giant bumblebee.
Yeah, and the bumblebee's talking about pollution and how now all bees ride in cars. And then Healy is desperately trying to wake Ryan Gosling up because he fell asleep while they were driving down the interstate. Yeah. And then they crash into, like, I don't know, road work of some sort. And the briefcase goes flying and hits the bridge. And then all
Pops
this, like,
open, and all of the
just
newspaper
pieces
clippings,
of paper fall out, and so it's not money. So now Healy knows something is wrong, and Ryan Gosling's character is like, "Oh my God, someone did some, like, Tally doesn't know."
Right.
It's great. So at March's house, Dr. Malik shows up, and Holly greets him. And just like lets him into the house, and it's just Holly, Jessica, and Amelia in the house.
And it's the guy from White Collar, the TV show. So Holly is creeped out immediately.
Okay. No one talks like this. This is not the way people talk. He's just like, "Hello, Holly. Where is Amelia? You've done so great today." And he's also
so
wearing
creepy.
black gloves.
Yeah. We just talked about that on Cannonball. Apparently, that means you're a bad guy.
It does. It means you're going to kill somebody.
Apparently.
100%. I've never seen a TV show where someone wears black gloves and isn't a bad guy.
I never even noticed that. Go listen to Cannonball, by the way. I have another podcast with my lifelong hetero life mate, Jason, where we're reviewing every video game movie ever made, and we just did Max Payne, which was fucking terrible, so don't watch it, and go listen to us shit on it.
Yep.
Which probably takes longer than the movie, but that's fine.
It always does.
Yeah.
This is going to take longer than the movie, I bet. Well, pretty
Yeah,
close.
because we had to do all the Ryan Gosling stuff at the beginning and the
yeah,
filming.
well, yeah.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, so Holly eventually realizes that something's wrong with this doctor. I can't remember what exactly he's just being generally creepy.
Yeah.
Like, and then she's like, oh, okay, well, can I offer you a cookie before you go and do your medicining? And he's like, oh, I guess I could be tempted. And then Jessica's like, there are no more cookies. And she's like, shut the fuck up, Jessica.
Shut up, Jessica. There's still some.
There's still some. I saved 2. And then she goes and obviously grabs the gun out of the cookie jar.
Yeah.
And then, so she pulls it on the doctor. And then the doctor, this is terrifying to me. Because the doctor tells Jessica, if you help me, I will only kill Holly.
Jesus.
And thank God this little girl is an actual ride or die friend because she
Yeah.
does not do that.
Yeah.
So Healy and March arrive as the doctor throws Jessica out a window. And there's just like, they get out of the car and there's just glass shattering sounds.
Yeah.
They don't know what's happening yet, though. And then they see Dr. Malik, who, this is John Boy, if you haven't picked it up yet,
Yeah.
walking to a car. And they're like, hey, did you hear like the sound of glass breaking or anything like that? And then the guy's like, no. And then he pulls like a freaking Tommy
He goes,
gun.
oh, yeah, just a second ago. Yeah, I threw that girl
yeah.
through the front window.
Yeah. And then he pulls
And
a
then
gun out of the
pulls
trunk.
out this huge, fully automatic assault rifle.
Yeah. And starts just unloading on them. And then it's just crazy.
Can you imagine living on that street and hearing that outside?
No.
There's so much gunfire.
So much gunfire.
None of it's hitting anybody.
No, none of it's hitting anybody. It's fucking up the house.
Yeah. And the
But
car.
like, Healy's trying to return fire. Ryan Gosling asks him to cover him so he can get inside to the girls, and he picks up Jessica and puts her back in the house.
Yeah.
Because she's just laying in a flower bed while all this gunfire is going on. So he takes her back in the house and then puts all the girls, including Amelia, in a closet in the back of the house.
Yeah.
And then comes back to try and help fight. But
Yeah.
he's not good at it. You can tell that he just does investigations. He doesn't fight often.
Right.
He never has to use the gun, I don't think.
Yeah.
And so one of the best parts, though, is that Healy makes it back into the house, but he's out of ammo. And so he asks March to throw the gun at him. And so March just chunks it out the window behind him and breaks the window. It's great. It's great. And then Amelia jumps out the window and leaves because she's like, well, I can't deal with any of this because clearly everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
So she leaves. The doctor, when he hears the doctor, John Boy, when he hears the police sirens, he drives away.
Yeah.
And then this is terrible.
One last warning.
Yeah.
Watch this movie
And then come back.
and then come back. Turn it off. What happens?
Okay. Amelia flags down the car
John
because she
Boy.
doesn't know because she didn't see John Boy there. And she pulls up and he stops. Obviously, he's like, holy shit.
And he says, wow.
And then he shoots her in the face.
Yep.
Dead. She's dead. So the next day, March is like basically asking if Kuttner is going to be investigated for having her own child killed and is told no.
Pretty much.
There is no investigation into Amelia's death.
Yeah.
Just is what it is.
There was a speech March gave Healy earlier, which is Gosling giving Crowe a speech, where he's like, well, a lot of this job is just asking questions, paying a whole bunch of people, most of your profit, to ask them questions that they don't know the answers to. And then by the end of 48 hours, the sun has gone up and come down twice, and that's all that's changed.
Yeah.
Which is what has happened here.
Yeah. It's like a cold case, but this actually isn't a cold case.
Yeah.
It's a pretty active case.
Well, it's about to go cold.
Well,
It's over.
nope, because Miss Glenn is on the way. Anyway,
Yeah.
Miss Glenn shows up at the house, and she basically is talking about how I saw, like, where is my niece? Because I know I saw her sitting at a desk wearing a pinstriped suit, writing something at a desk in her own house. And then Healy says, like, oh, the pinstripe suit from the movie. And then obviously
He's like, yeah, I've seen it.
and then March is like, what are you talking about? You saw it? And he was like, yeah, it was one of the costumes from the movie. It had the name on it. And so basically they find out that Miss Glenn literally saw the movie being played in Misty's house. So
Through a window.
Through a window. So they find out that Amelia has a second copy of the film, and she went to Misty's house to make sure it was fine after Misty died. And what Miss Glenn saw was literally, she did see it.
Yeah.
Because she played it on a projector.
Oh, yeah. They've also been doing a bit the whole movie where her glasses are 4 inches thick. Huge glasses. And then it's really kind of sad because Miss Glenn's like, by the time they figure it out, she's like, so my niece is dead. And Ryan Gosling's they're
like,
like
yes.
celebrating and so happy that they solved the case. And she's like, so I've been standing here the whole time. Are you saying my niece is dead?
And Ryan Gosling's like, yes.
Yes. I mean,
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. I'm sorry. For your loss.
So they figure out that that the meeting that Amelia had was for film distributors in the hotel that got, accosted by bad guys. So it's just really convenient that the LA Auto Show is tonight. So we figured this out right in time.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So at the auto show, they're trying to figure out where the tape is. And they know that there's going to be a projection from one of the hotel rooms into like the courtyard. Like it's just like an auto film. Like, oh, look at all the cars. So anyway, while they're there looking through the film and they're just seeing cars, Tally pulls up and pulls a gun on them, and then Ryan Gosling is so confused why she's doing
He's
that.
like, oh, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah, totally.
He's like, you would never believe it. Someone switched out the briefcase after you gave it to us.
Someone took the $100,000. And then, like, Russell Crowe's just standing there the whole time, like, oh my God.
Look at what's in front of you.
Yep. And then he says something like, Russell Crowe says something like, you don't seem like a murderer or something like that. Or have you ever murdered before? And she's like, yeah, I murdered 3 people in Detroit before this.
And he's like, really? Oh my God.
And then Ryan Gosling's like, you're not a murderer. And he's like, she literally just said she was.
And he's like, yeah, but I mean like deep down.
And so then we find out that Chet is here. And Chet like has infiltrated with the tape.
Yeah.
The auto show. And then Holly pretends to be room service and knocks on the door so that Tally will open the door, and Tally's like, okay, well obviously it's Holly, and lets her in. And then Holly throws coffee on her, and then Tally just says like, why did you just throw cold coffee on me? And she's like, well, I thought it would be hot. And then I like
There was an amazing bit right before that where he tries to distract her and jumps down to,
oh my God, I forgot about it. Yeah.
He drops down to take Healy's ankle gun.
Yeah, he just keeps feeling and
he's like, what is he doing? And Healy's like, I'm about to ask him in a minute and find out, what are you doing right now? And he's like, finding the gun. What'd you do with the gun? Did you move the gun?
He's like, I don't have an
what
ankle gun.
And he's like, you have an ankle gun.
You showed me the car. You were like, look how cool my ankle gun is.
He's like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Was I dreaming?
He's like, was I dreaming that? He's like, you must have. And he's like,
about that. Yeah, that's a great part.
He's like, oh shit. No, because yeah, you're right. I dreamed that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So while he's still on the ground and Holly's threw coffee on a woman, he just goes, I like where your head's at. That could have worked out really well.
Because it's cold coffee.
Yeah, it could have worked out really, really well. So then the fake doctor locates Chet, John Boy, and lures him away by saying like, hey, are you the projectionist? Because a film fell and it's all over the ground and you need to come fix it. And he's just like, oh shit, yeah, I'll come help you. Great. Chet gets found by Healy in like a dumpster. He's not dead, but he got the absolute shit beat out of him.
Oh, we're out of the Tally room. Tally took a step forward to shoot them and slipped on the coffee.
Oh, yes. Why don't I have that in my notes?
Don't know.
You know I'm bad at action.
scenes. But these action scenes are actually written really well and important to the plot.
Yeah, she slipped and like passed out, and then they all ran out of the room.
More failing upward.
Yeah. You're right. That did happen. So he finds Chet, and then we find out that Chet basically is like, I spliced the other film into the auto film. So it's all one film. Mm-hmm. And then Keith David finds Holly and like takes her to March basically because they're like kind of like all the bad guys are like walkie-talking each other. And Holly, for some reason, decided to just like deer in the headlights stare at Keith David while this was happening.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, sinister shit. And then there's just this kid staring at him. And he's just like, okay. So he takes her over to March, and March is sitting at a bar, and he's appears to be very drunk at this moment.
Yeah.
And like basically he starts scatting the second Keith David shows up with Holly. And then they all go up to the roof, and then he just keeps like apologizing and stuff for like, I fucked up by bringing her, because Keith David's like, why did you bring your kid here? This is bad. This is bad for you. And the film has started at this point. So the film starts off with car info, and then the porno starts. And by the time the porno starts, this is when Holland is like, "Oh, I fucked up. I'm so sorry." And then he's just like, "Duck." And then Holland's
As
like,
he's
"What?"
crying, she goes, "What?" And he has to say it in his normal voice.
And he's like, "Duck." And then she obviously ducks because he's not drunk at all.
"Nope."
So he's finally getting over it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then like Keith, so he like tackles Keith David or something and pushes him or something. And Keith David goes to grab Holly, and then he tackles him so that he won't grab Holly while he's falling off the roof.
Yeah.
And then they fall.
They both
and
fall.
Keith David lands on the pavement.
It shows them both falling from way up top, and it's a splat by Keith David and a splash by Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, because
he lands in
Ryan
the pool.
Gosling lands in the pool.
Right
and then
next to him. It's crazy cool to watch.
It is really cool. And then he kind of comes to under the water and he sees Richard Nixon.
And he goes, "No!"
And then
no,
starts
Nixon,
swimming
no.
away. So anyway, the fake doctor, John Boy, starts shooting up at the window where the projector is. And then I do like this because now March is out of the pool and he dives behind a car to get away from John Boy's fire.
Yeah, and uses it as cover.
But the car is on one of those spinning platforms and just slowly turns back around. So when he pops up to take a shot, John Boy is now facing the wrong way and just completely exposed. It's great.
He has to run.
Holly goes back up into the room that Tally is now in, trying to take apart the film. And then, because like Tally has taken the film off the reel and has put it in like a film case. Like one of those like metal film cases.
Yeah.
And Holly, like, I don't know, punches her in the vag or something and throws it out the window.
Yes.
I don't remember what she does.
She ducks under her swing with her fist and kicks her in the back of the knee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then rolls the film all
'cause
the
for
way
some
to
reason-
the window, to the balcony.
Oh, was it a balcony?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, why is there a hole in the side of this building?
Oh, it was an open door to the balcony.
I thought it was just like a missing part of the building. I was like, that's weird. But yeah, so she rolls it out, and then the film falls down into this like firefight downstairs, and
As we showed Gosling and Crowe being like, "Well, we still got to get the film," and it's all the way upstairs, and then it falls into their hands.
Yep, it just falls into their hands. And so they basically start trying to get to March gets the film and then starts running through the hotel to get away. And then he falls off like a ledge and gets hit by a car. And one other guy has picked up the film and is now running, like, I don't know, really slowly away from Holland.
Yeah.
And then Holland, like, catches the guy. It's like a whole bunch is happening at once because while all this is happening, Healy is fighting John Boy, and John Boy for some reason had a grenade, and so he pulls the pin on the grenade that John Boy had in his pocket for God knows why.
I don't even know if he meant to. He
I
looked
don't
at
think
his
he meant
hand and
to.
had the ring from the pin on it and looked surprised.
Yeah, and then John Boy takes off his jacket and throws it, which causes enough of a diversion for Ryan Gosling to
It
finish.
blows up some poor guy downstairs.
It blows that guy up who was about to shoot Ryan Gosling in the back.
Oh, I thought it was an innocent dude. Okay.
No, it was a bad guy. He blew up one of the bad guys, and then I don't even know what happened to the other one, but Ryan Gosling catches up to him because he gets like hit by a car and it pushes him forward enough that he actually like can run faster for a second.
Yeah.
And he catches the one with the film and doesn't get shot.
It's insane.
And then while like Holly basically shows up while Healy is legitimately like for good reasons choking the life out of John Boy.
Yeah.
And then she's like, if you kill this man, I'll never talk to you again. And then Healy's like, your life got saved by a 13-year-old who makes bad decisions, arguably.
Just punches him in the face and knocks him out.
Yep. So basically all the film bad guys are dead and they've saved the film. I don't know what they thought how they thought they were serving.
Yeah.
Like, who are they going to give this to? They'll just be killed next. So, I mean,
True.
you didn't do anything, to be
Yeah.
fair. So the next shot we have is the boys and Kuttner are at like a courthouse together, and then Kim Basinger sits next to him. That's Kuttner, if you haven't been following, or if I've been confusing. And she's basically like, "You really think you've done something here?" No, I don't. I don't think they have personally, because basically she says it was protocol. I followed the protocol. America owes its life to the big three automakers, and basically says like, I didn't have Amelia killed. Detroit had Amelia killed.
And now they've written it to where it could only take place in the 70s.
Yep.
Because Detroit got itself killed.
Yeah, that's really sad.
It is sad.
It's really sad. And then she basically says, if I'm not here to protect Detroit, someone else will be. Which all is accurate. Oh, I dropped something.
Yeah.
So basically, we find out at the end they're like at a bar. It seems like it's Christmas because there's a Christmas movie music playing briefly.
Yeah.
But that all the car companies got let off because they said there was not enough evidence of collusion. Of course. So. And then in the end, like, so at this moment, Healy's like the depressed one and Ryan Gosling's like the upbeat one.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, but no one got hurt. And then Russell Crowe's like, a lot of people got hurt.
He's like,
And
a lot of people died. And he's like, yeah, but I think they died quickly, so I don't think they got hurt.
I don't think they got hurt. And then he shows Healy that now they have an ad for their agency called Nice Guys.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I still love this movie. I don't
my
think I did a
God.
great job covering it because there's so many like jokes and stuff, and there's a lot of it is very important.
Yeah, if you didn't listen to our advice and leave during it, you probably could still get a lot of things from watching this movie.
It's a great movie.
A lot of the humor is too subtle for us
Yes.
to catch and cover.
Yes.
A lot of the visual gags, too.
Yes.
And even the plot. So there's so much there still to watch with your eyes and watch the performances by these actors. My God.
Agreed. And this
I
was Margaret
love-
Qualley's second movie ever.
Yeah, she was actually, I thought, the weakest link in terms of
She's
acting.
new.
But she was brand new. And
Yeah.
I've seen her in things where she's amazing. So
Yeah,
I'm
true.
not saying anything about her just in this movie. I'm not saying anything about her overall. Anyway, yeah, this movie's awesome. And
I love it.
the two major characters have these like opposite character arcs where they both get. It's so cool. They both have resolution in the end. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he like gets to feel like he's useful, and Ryan Gosling's character finally realizes that he's a good PI,
Yeah.
even though he's kind of not.
He's kind of not.
He's kind of not.
He failed his way through that whole thing. But
Yeah, but he's also really good at it.
yeah.
So I love this movie.
Me too. It's amazing.
I think it's great.
Yeah. So I guess we've come to the part where we have to pick the next one, which would I picked this movie.
You picked this movie,
Which means I picked the actor.
You picked the actor this week.
I thought all week after I picked Nice Guys that I was going to pick Russell Crowe.
Okay.
But since you gave me Ryan Gosling, and I didn't even know this until we were watching the movie. Apparently Kim Basinger's in this.
You're going to go with Kim Basinger?
I might as well.
That's
Honestly,
dangerous.
it's been months since we've done one of your movies.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do whatever you want with Kim Basinger.
Oh. Okay.
I know what that means. I know a few things that means. I don't like any of them, but
Oh my God, Kim Basinger. Have you ever seen The Real McCoy?
no.
Because I know you hate Blind Date, which is my initial reaction.
We know that. I'll watch Blind Date again if I have to, but it won't be
And
pleasant.
I don't know why you
for
hate John Larroquette so much.
I hate that movie.
I love Blind Date. Is it a great
It's-
movie? No. I'm thinking about picking, because you've never seen The Real McCoy.
I don't even know what that's
And I've
about.
never seen it in years. So, never seen it in years. Haven't seen it in years. Let's just do The Real McCoy.
Okay. Whatever that is. All right.
Hell yeah. I love The Real McCoy.
It's about fucking time. It's your turn.
Yay, The Real McCoy. So we're going backwards. We're in the 90s. I think it's like 92, 93 or something like that.
Wow.
So it's a long time ago.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Works for me.
All right, good, because it doesn't matter. So that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we link from The Nice Guys to The Real McCoy. Bye.
See ya.
Next week on Chain Link Theater.
Karen McCoy.
The Karen McCoy
Was a real professional.
doing what?
I robbed a bank.